Hello, bonjour and welcome to another episode of the Investec Champions Cup highlight show. Today we're in Dublin, Leinster hosting Toulon, but only one of those absolute European giants will make it to the final. 24 teams started this campaign. It has been some nail-biter. We've seen displays of individual skill, collective force, support from the stands. It's been an incredible campaign. But still, Bilbao is only in a couple of weeks. Today is the last round, it's the semi-finals, and I absolutely cannot wait for it.
Champions are into the semi-final. Toulon have come to Glasgow and knocked out the second seeds. Ryan Baird, absolute cracker. Bordeaux give it to Toulouse for a second year running.
In today's show, Benjamin catches up with former Leinster fly half Ian Madigan.
The Champions Cup is different. Even the theme tune, when I hear it, the hair stand up on the back of my neck.
And gets right in the thick of the action.
Just awaiting the conversion, they're only 6 points behind. Something magical potentially happening.
We look back at how the four sides made it to this year's semi-finals.
That's what the champions can do.
And bring you all the twists and turns as we find out who made it to the final in Bilbao.
Dublin is a special rugby destination, an absolute must, a bucket list for any rugby fan. And so, we've landed in Temple Bar. This is my take on a library. You take a book out, and then you have a read. Now we're going to go and speak to Ian Madigan, former Ireland and Leinster legend, who's going to give us a few tips, because I'm sure he's been in those streets a couple of times. Before we do that, let's have a look of how Toulon and Leinster got themselves to the semi-finals.
Leinster started with 2 wins over English opposition. Harlequins at home in round 1, followed by Leicester away.
And Gibson parks away. He'll back himself to score.
In round 3, Leinster faced their old rivals La Rochelle, the side who beat them in successive finals. Trailing by 2 points with time nearly up, it looked like they were going to be defeated by the French side once again, until they were awarded a penalty.
What a finish, a game that had everything.
A win in Bayonne gave Leinster a 100% record and meant they topped their pool and were third seeds going into the knockout stages. In the round of 16, Edinburgh came to Dublin and almost caused an upset.
And believe it or not, Edinburgh are going to get in for their third try.
But the boys in blue showed their resilience.
Ricky Ioane, Gibson Park running one of those trail lines. Ioane uses them as the dummy. And Ioane is in the corner.
They kept home advantage for the quarter-final against Sale, and after a tight first half, went through the gears to seal a comprehensive win.
6-try Leinster are in to the semi-final.
Toulon's campaign has been nail-biting to say the least. They started badly with defeat away to Edinburgh, but they hit back at the Stade Mayol in round 2, beating Bath in a 9-try classic.
They are queuing up to the right. It's going to be an absolute stroll in. Oh, it's a lovely little bit of eyes from a Jomo. And Hennessy will stride in. Goodness, what a score from Bath. It rotates around to the corner. The stadium lifts them over the line. Fortress Mayol produces the magic once again. Toulon have seen this one home.
At home again in round 3, Toulon almost blew it against Munster. They conceded 2 tries in the last quarter of an hour and were trailing by a point, but a late penalty saved the day. A bonus point win away to Gloucester, and Toulon finished second in the pool and gave them a home tie in round 16 against the Stormers from South Africa. It was a tight contest, with Toulon down to 13. Stormers were inches away from scoring what would have been the winning try. The referee decided it was held up.
I think Charlotte will potentially deserve a statue for that one because he literally saved his team.
So, to the quarter-finals, a trip to the second seeds Glasgow Warriors. 2 sides went try for try, until just before the hour mark, Nacho Brex produced a moment of magic.
White then to Brex, who takes a step. Oh, and it goes through a massive hole in the Warriors' defence. And they will make it all the way to the corner. Nacho Brex, and Brex
their lives depended on.
Right, we left Temple Bar. We made it just around the corner from Aviva, and we are delighted to be joined with Ian. Thanks for coming to see us.
Yeah, delighted to be here.
Need a little bit of a local insight. I think you've been to Temple Bar.
Plenty of times, yeah.
What's the Irish connection and love for the sport of rugby?
Yeah, it's really special. I think Irish people pride themselves on their hospitality, similar to the French, of course, where when people are coming over to visit us for a game or to see the sights of Ireland, we want to make them feel welcome. We want to make sure that they remember it. And rugby is a huge part of Irish culture. You think of the guys who are playing today who will have supported Leinster as kids, whether they're coming from the club system or the school system, and they're fulfilling their dreams today. That's what's so special about this competition. You think back over the last 8 years or even the last 11 years, 8 years in particular for Leinster, they've been through to the quarter-final in each of those years, through to 7 semi-finals, 5 finals, but only winning one of those. The drive for 5 is what they're calling it, and the need for that 5th star is really intense.
100%. Drive for 5. Is that what
Drive
you said?
for
I'm
5,
going to keep that.
That's what I'm calling it anyway.
Should we go for a walk?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, mate. Now we're in the heart of it. We're in the heart of Aviva. We've got ourselves to the stadium. And you mentioned this absolutely spot on. The major difference in Champions Cup is how the teams line up and get out together. Were you the kind to not look around and not look how big the opposition was? The locks, the back rows, or focusing on your game? Or, talk to us. How did you apprehend this?
Yeah, I certainly wasn't one to be trying to psych out the opposition. I was just thinking game plan, what am I going to do first in the game? But you're right, it's just the Champions Cup is different. Even the theme tune, still when I hear the hair stand up on the back of my neck, the players lining up together, everyone in the club knows that this is a big game.
I'll be only one, you'll be $1,000,000. They're going to look at each other. That theme tune is going to crack on, and then they're going to walk out. Proper game.
Proper game, yeah. And you think back to last year and Leinster got off to a slow start. I think that's their big focus today. Win the first minute, back it up, get ahead, and then try and build a lead. But they'll know that this Toulon team are coming to fight, and it's going to be a true war of attrition out there today.
Leo, thanks for joining us. I'm sure you have plenty on your plate, so we really appreciate your time. Can you talk to us about this almost love story, this passion, affection for this competition from your organisation?
Yeah, listen, it's an amazing competition, isn't it? Like, it's 4 great teams still left in the tournament, and there's like so many great teams not left in the tournament. So like a really good team is going to lose today. Every year for us, it's just wanting to put ourselves in this situation where we have a chance. But listen, we know if we win, we've the joy of moving on to the next round, which is the final. If you lose, it's heartache and it's disappointment, and you deal with all the different consequences of that. So it's making sure our guys they leave it all out there today and see where we sit at the end of it.
If there's one threat that you particularly analysed, is it the power of their scrum? Is it Olivon at back row? Is it Brex with his defence? Is there one thing that you looked at in particular?
I think it's what you said there. Like, it's because they've got such high quality individuals. It's for us to be able to be so alert for the entire 80 minutes to make sure we shut down those individual threats. So can we have the ability to be able to stay alert enough to shut them down for the course of the 80 minutes?
When you defend for that long with that amount of energy, a bit of home support is always there, to pump up a little bit your heart at the moment when you need to. Just a word on playing at home?
Yeah, it's huge. Like, listen, because we've a lot of young guys have come through a system here where they're from Leinster, and listen, they look into the stands and they see friends, family, all the rest, which is probably a pretty unique thing about this club here. And yeah, hopefully we can make that mean something. But like, the lads have to deliver in terms of their performance today, so I can't wait for the game now.
And now it's about time to get deep into this game of rugby. Leinster holding Toulon. 7 stars between those two absolute European giants. It's time for kickoff. The players are ready. The fires are out. The fans are there. Can't wait for this game.
The decibel level increases. The scene is set. It's the Investec Champions Cup semi-final. We're off and running. Gibson Park, Van der Fleer called for it and works the narrow side, and Leinster get a little bit of momentum going. Through the hands it goes. Gap opened up and shut quickly on Byrne. Gibson Park, narrow side again. Leinster over the line. Have they grounded it? Yes, they have. Jaminet for the second time of asking. First one missed, second one finds home. Through the phases they go. Porter again. Andrew Porter. Gibson Park has to be. Try awarded.
It looks like it touches his fingers and the ball moves in the forward direction.
The vast majority in the Aviva, as you can see and hear, are not amused. Keep possession and wave the wand, and Van der Fleer produces the magic. Porter on Shirshvili, and that's going to be a card.
Andrew Porter has been tremendous. The tackle technique is too high there. It could be very dangerous. It's not malicious, I don't think. It's just clumsy. Yellow card because of mitigation factors. Well reffed.
Toulon coming at pace. Sinkler. Great carry.
10, is it? Okay, he will go
Gross.
to the fifth.
And Leinster are going to be down to 13 here for 10 minutes. And the game is, well, at this moment in time, substantively changed. And it's going to change further because Dewey Sugo over in the corner. And Toulon first back into line.
Offside, number 10. We spoke, very clear warning. Another penalty.
Gibson Park, 13-man Leinster. Threatening. Van der Fleer was that high. And the evidence would suggest Toulon are going to be down to 14. Van der Fleer plays scrum half, Ringrose off scraps, and Leinster have come away with a third try that seemed impossible 3.5 minutes ago.
That is some counter-punch by Leinster. Starting the second half with 2 men down, and you leave it about 4 minutes. They regather possession, they manage to get a yellow card conceded by Toulon from the hooker Bobigny, and they manage to score under the sticks by Ringrose. That is a serious counter-punch.
Leinster looking to punch their Bilbao ticket right here, right now. Porter on the rampage. Gibson Park has options. One of them is captain Caelan Doris, and Doris is there. And Leinster's captain has surely secured their place in the Investec Champions Cup final. Now Toulon go on a
Broke away.
maul move. And they're as close to the Leinster line as they've been for much of this game, and they have a try. Serra gets to it but slips. Still advantage. What a pass indeed. Albornoz, crossfield kick. Prendergast is out there. Drea, no way you stop him. Awesome from Toulon. Absolutely awesome. They look dead and buried.
6 minutes ago, they were nowhere to be seen, Toulon, and now just awaiting the conversion. They're only 6 points behind. Something magical potentially happening.
And over it goes. 29 points to 25. You need a try. Jaminet, he's away. And Toulon had Drea out wide. McCartney cuts it off. Drea back inside, almost goes to Tui Sugo, and his hand goes out and knocks it forward. Oh, who writes this stuff? Gibson Park, not surprisingly, taking every last bit out of it. And that is that. And Harry Byrne dispatches it into the stands.
And that's Bilbao for Leinster and the Blue Army.
They had to win that game, not once, but twice. The search for the 5th star is still very much on. They've won it, just.
Only the man of the match to come and see us. Congratulations. Obviously very stressful towards the end. Can you just sum up the emotions quickly? You've bagged your ticket for Bilbao.
Yeah, I mean it's exactly where we want to be, considering this time last year where we got to this point and came up short against Northampton. So it's nice to kind of right that wrong that what happened last year. But yeah, still work to do obviously. But it's an incredibly special feeling being back here, incredible atmosphere, and particularly for me being back with this team after a bit of time out. So it's it's incredibly special.
And a bit of timeouts off the game, obviously, maybe a few reflexes that you need to get sorted. Lowering the tackle height, just a clumsy mistake, a yellow card. But what I did notice is that the first scrum when you came back was a penalty for Leinster. Was there just some of the emotions, or when you make a mistake, you want to double up for the team, that you certainly did?
Exactly, that's something we're big on. We're big on pushing on that next moment, no matter what happened before, if it was a mistake, a positive or a negative. We're just big on that next focus, and that's all I was looking to do. And I'm incredibly lucky to have guys around me that definitely helped me do that. And I think we just bring out the best in each other as a team. So it's a privilege being part of a group like this, and hopefully we can go do something special then.
It's certainly fantastic to see you back with this team. This team is better with you at it. It's better to watch with it for me as a front rower. So congratulations, huge well done. Thank you for speaking to us. Appreciate tonight.
Thank you very much.
Now let's actually have a look at how Bordeaux and Bath got themselves to the semi-finals.
Reigning champions Bordeaux cruised through the pool stage with bonus point wins in all 4 of their games, including the repeat of last season's final against Northampton. The top seeds then dispatched Leicester in the round of 16 to set up a mouth-watering quarter-final against Toulouse.
This could have been the final, it's not, it is the quarter-final.
Danny Toulon on the outside, who feels he could get away from Jalabert, and they make a mockery of being a player down. Even the great Toulouse can be made to look like this, nervous and tense, and going out probably now. Bordeaux beg that, give it to Toulouse for a 2nd year running in the competition that matters most.
Bath topped Pool 2, winning 3 out of their 4 games, including a 9-try demolition of Edinburgh. That made them 4th seeds and secured a home tie against Saracens in the round of 16. They faced more English opposition in the quarter-final in the shape of Northampton Saints. It was an absolute classic from the off.
Hands are sublime. Dewar takes it on, and it is number 2.
Down by 21 points on 2 occasions, Bath never gave up and clawed their way back to take the lead for the first time inside the last 5 minutes.
For the first time in 20 years.
Bath have got a serious amount of work to do if they're going to defeat Bordeaux at the Matmut Atlantic. So I've been brushing up on a couple of clips, the strengths and the weaknesses of this Bath team that happened in the quarterfinal. Northampton Saints, incredible in attack, but this try by Slade Holmes so close to the line is just way too easy. And if you look at the Bordeaux attacking threat, I mean, how else are we not going to talk about Louis Bielbiaré? This little man, this pocket rocket with the red helmet will absolutely tear you apart if you don't handle him.
And he's not going to be caught. It's party time.
Bath will do their homework, but they're going to have to be a lot tighter. But then when Bath get on attacking front, this double pump by Finn Russell to release Arundel is second to none. This is special. This is the world-class ability that this team can have, and they can cause a lot of trouble. We need more of that. But to do that, they're going to have to sort out their line-out difficulties. Northampton Saints put way too much pressure on them, and Bordeaux will try to hit them there with the likes of Gazzotti and Cameron Woki, who are absolutely excellent at it. They have to sort it out. To release the power of Arundel, you've got to deliver the line-out ball. And then when you look at Bordeaux, we mentioned Louis Bielbiaré, we can mention Damien Penaud, Mathieu Jalibert, but those big bruising forwards and the big ball carriers of this Bordeaux pack, Big Ben Tamefuna, absolutely unstoppable so close to the line, will have to be dealt with.
Big try, big man.
Coleman, Woki, Tamefuna, Gazzotti, those are serious players. So Bath, you got to tighten up, you got to stay strong to who you are, and you got to face the big bruising ball carriers of Bordeaux.
What a special day, semi-final day. And whatever happens today, whoever wins the race between Bielbiaré and Arundel, it's going to be well worth watching. Oh, there's a bit of space for Penaud on that far side. A whole lot of space, actually. He's showing, and he is going. Just short. Luku, here they come. Gazzotti was arriving at pace, and so were the whole of Bordeaux Begler there. Barbary tries to line them up outside, then he goes himself. Great defence from Lamont. Spencer's going kick pass now. Oh, it's a beauty. Muir hardly had to move. What a start again. This competition in the knockout stages this year has been so good. And here comes another for Bordeaux Begler, who we all knew would inevitably score. Lovely hand from Russell onto Arundel, and out it goes to Muir. Muir tries to finish this. Oh! Luku did his best, but the flying Will Muir feels he's got in there. Jalabert, little show, he's got Luku juggling with it, little juggle inside, Morivano, they're opening up, Malu, on it goes, Gazzotti nearly there, looks for help, comes from Luku, Luku's underneath the posts. They are so good, champions should be.
You see Finn Russell calling for a mad overlap on this right-hand side.
Oh, it's got to come wide, hasn't it? It's got to. Spencer onto Russell, now it's Lawrence. Hennessy, they scrambled across again, but Hennessy has somehow found a way just to get that down on the line, and Bath do get that score. They're going for the kill, basically. Matthew, back it comes. Milwaukee.
I think his hands are on the ball, he should be able to play him there. So hard.
Here is the big man! They played the Joker, but he's all serious. Serious bulk to be used to that effect to hit the jackpot.
He pulled away there.
It's Pinot, inside it goes to Newman Rose, and then Carl Smith. Oh, it falls for Matthew. As does the final again. Oh, lovely little flick from Carreras onto Arundel. Arundel over the top as Bath try and show once again what they can do. The control at the end from Carl Smith, and they have got over. It's Bordeaux Begler who will play a central part again on Cup final day. The champions in this second half finding it when it mattered most again. They will go to Bilbao to defend their crown. Leinster are going to have to play very well to beat the champions. It's going to be great finding out.
So the 2026 Investec Champions Cup final will be between reigning champions Bordeaux and Leinster, and the match will be played at the San Mamés Stadium in Bilbao on 23rd of May. 24 teams started out on the road to Bilbao at the end of last year. Now we are down to the final two, and what an extraordinary journey it's been.
The backs coming in, pushing them, driving them over. What a turnaround at Scotstoun Stadium. Tonight the Galacticos are Glaswegian. It's one for the ages.
Pollock chipping for himself to chase. Pollock and Pinot. Oh, Pollock's punked him. There's his moment. Check your pulses, Bordeaux.
O'Brien, what a finish. Albornoz will go out wide. Drea, lovely step, lovely try. He's there, all right. The English champions are into the semi-final of the Champions Cup. Even the great Toulouse can be made to look like this, nervous and tense, and going out probably now. The champions are into the last four again.
And Leinster's captain has surely secured their place in the Investec Champions Cup final.
Backcourt by White.
It's Bordeaux Vega. They will go to Bilbao to defend their crown.
Wow. Those semi-finals were some treat of rugby. Individual excellence, collective force, tension, passion from the stands. Couldn't get enough of it. Dublin, you've been beautiful. You've been wonderful. Thank you for a warm welcome. Temple Bar, you simply do not disappoint. Bilbao, I cannot wait to see you.